Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Roman, and this is Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It's my first ever playthrough of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. As always, when Monokuma arrives, I tend to end the video. Not because, like, I think that he's a bad story, like a bad character, I should say. But it's mostly just because I need some energy to deal with Monokuma. I tend to need some energy to deal with Monokuma. It's you, how long have you been standing there? It's Monokuma, he pops up everywhere. I'm very... Why are you angry? It's gonna be some arbitrary reason. We did something. Angry at what? Oh, someone stole something. At the thief. Yeah, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in our midst. Huh? What?
Hey!
My precious. They stole it.
My precious. They stole it from us.
Your precious?
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
I will never repay you anything. I will never repay you anything. Like I said, I would rather talk to 10 Tagamis than talk to one of you. I'll just be honest with you, Monokuma. Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. What the heck is your precious? Oh, I wanted to say something before the video gets too far into it. I just want to say that I appreciate all of you. I do appreciate the comments. I don't say it as much as I should. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the responses to the video. I know sometimes that, like, you know, we always have differences, which I have differences of opinions with so many people. But I just want you to know that, like, I do respect those opinions. I do respect the difference in opinions. The way I upload videos as well, that I usually see comments in the nighttime and the morning time. So obviously it's a weird process. But I do respect all of you, and I hope it comes across because I do appreciate all of you. Shut up! I hope all you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about? What thief? You have to tell me what you stole, dude.
So,
He says something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have an idea what he might mean? It likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing to be able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, then what was it? Why would she do that? Oh, it's ding dong bing bong time. Well, like, it's plausible. I think Takami's not saying this just out of being, like, selfish or, like, being, not selfish, out of being, like, childish. I think he has a point. I think that the only person who probably is capable of even doing that, like, in talent-wise, would probably be Kyoko.
You know?
We could talk about this more tomorrow and about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms. Don't go wandering around. Thank you, Daddy Tagami.
well,
Not like you needed to tell us that. Well, okay. If we call him out for being mean, when he asked us to stay safe, at the same time we have to accept it and feel like it's a nice thing he says, okay? We got, okay, Hina? Like, we just gotta accept the nice times, okay?
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks, Dad. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I think a safe place for it would be my desk drawer. No. Something's gonna happen with the knife. But anyways, Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Is there something I can do? We could leave. Something I can't. We could leave and find her. Ask her if she's okay. Usually humans ask if each other are okay and to find out. It's a strange new thing. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. Ding dong. Oh, it's not bing bong though, so it's not 10 o'clock yet. As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it, but more important, did I hear the doorbell? You know what's funny? All of you guys say I have an accent, by the way. The Ukrainian students who are in my school say that, like, I don't have an accent and I have, like, perfect, like, not only perfect English, which I should. I'm speaking English since I was a baby. But they say I have, like, no accent, while other Irish people do have an accent, which, like, made me, I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, they say I have no accent. Kyoko! Kirigiri! Kyoko?
Hey.
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. I mean, at this stage, so, like, we are still breaking trust. I'm not going to try and excuse our breaking of trust that we have with other people. I'm not going to try and excuse that, because I would, like, if Tagami or Toko or someone else broke that trust, I would call them out. Let's call ourselves out too.
hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm used to it. Indeed.
So then...
Well then, let me get this straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean there's something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. You know what a better way to start a conversation is? Someone stole something. Do you know anything about it? Was it you?
Indeed.
That's right. There you go. That's fine. Okay, it worked out. I was wrong. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So...
I stole this. A key. Oh, is that to the... But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
So...
From the headmaster's room. What, you snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
However...
The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us?
That's right.
That's right. So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within. She did that for us? She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place. That's awesome. That's so Sakura as well.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was... Oh, by the way, I hope you guys are enjoying the longer videos. It's something I'm going to be able to do for a while, over the next while. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. Oh yeah? Use me as a decoy? Use me all you want, Kyoko. So you asked me to meet you in the data center in order to...
Correct.
Correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took the opportunity to sneak to the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Wow. Then what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Stop with the meme. I can't deal. I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about this, Mikuru Kukubukabaga? While you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her eyes. Like, man, when people try to correct how I pronounce names in this game, it's like, dude, like, if you understand it, you're fine. No one should care that much. Like, nobody should care that much, right? Like, I never watched Let's Plays and it was like Markiplier and was like, he said Michael instead of Mikhail, I got a comment. Like, I never was like that. It's never a big deal for me. I don't know all the details yet. One thing I do know is that Mikuru Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous.
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt that I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuru Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway,
This key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
so...
I don't know yet, which is why I need to draw Monokuma's attention again while I go and find out. I don't think this music fits. They're just trying to make me hyped up about, yeah, let's do it. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't. That's way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention? But we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us.
Is that right?
But they didn't catch us last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko! You genius, Kyoko! As Makoto, I would kiss you if that was appropriate, or if you would let me, and also if you weren't out of my league. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. And on the cheat, guys. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. All of you people thinking about the hankety-panketies in the comment section, you gotta calm down, okay? Calm down. Put your head in the freezer. Put your head in the fridge there. Calm down, okay? Mute yourself and log off. Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. I'm so for this. And if we're successful again, then that may have just been a lucky guess. It will be proven true. Yes, I'm totally for this. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help just stand there and listen.
hey,
If it's true the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think that what might happen if we fail,
Why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much after all. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Yeah. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery, am I wrong? Yeah, like 100%. And like if he makes up rules after this, then like it's like obviously like he can do that. He has done that. Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. Yeah. He could just kill us without a second thought.
I see.
I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. Yes, if we die, we'll have proven something right. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules and adhere to them no matter what?
In other words,
we gain something whether we succeed or not. Now, there's no reason to do it, not to do it, right? But
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
this is so true. One of the things that like a teacher in my school told me as well is that like, because my school is like 7 minutes a walk away from me, he said that, and he was just being honest with me, he wasn't trying to be rude. He said that can sometimes be dumb, not dumb, but bad, because you're not coming out of your comfort zone. You're not, seeing what it would be like to travel an hour to go to work. And not that you're supposed to go travel an hour to go to work, but he's like, you're not really seeing what it's like to step out of your comfort zone. Also at the same time as well, like if you're a skateboarder, if you're an artist, if you're a singer, if you're whatever, you're not going to get anywhere just by taking the safe route all the time. Sometimes you need to take risks. And I feel like Kyoko's 100% right in this sense as well. If we sit here and go like, and think about it and constantly just think about, well, maybe this could be true, maybe that could be true. That's not going to solve anything. We have to step foot into danger to actually be able to solve this. We know the danger, but if that's a risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. And also, we're in a situation where like one of us could die tonight.
Hey.
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized I'd never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us, and with that in view, she just smiled. She did just smile. I love her laugh. I can't change how I feel, and I wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only if something ever happens to me. No, is something gonna happen to Kyoko then? What? Wait, she said something. So if she falls falls into like on the spot, like, and just like hurts herself slightly, can I open it? If something happens?
However,
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
Hey.
Please, I want you to hold onto it for me. Fine, I'll hold onto it just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
Indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey.
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else what I've discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
Indeed.
Well, there's that too. How, you mean there's something else?
Well.
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
So then,
Okay, then shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. Thank you. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give him my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved with a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was a sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine, I know it. Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. I do that too. Like, it's totally normal talking to yourself. The people that don't talk to yourself, I don't trust. Someone's gonna be like, I don't talk to myself. Okay, let's do this. Hey Monokuma, you see me, right? Get out here. I got a bone to pick with you. Then a few moments later,
Monokuma appears!
yeah, it is a surprise. I wonder I wonder if the mastermind has such a big ego and pride that like when they hear someone calling them out, they get super excited, like, and they're like, oh my god, yes, 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 oh my god, what's gonna happen? And that's why this works.
Hey!
By the way, what were you and Kyoko up to, going to the bathhouse? Is it two of you in the middle of the night? We were shifting. Last of Us Remastered. Actually, Last of Us Remastered is an interesting game. I'm replaying it for my friend. I said I would last summer, but I didn't. I didn't like the first Last of Us, so I'm basically replaying it to see if I can give it a higher score. I give it a 5 out of 10. Please don't kill me, by the way. It's just my opinion. I'm not killing anyone over their opinion. Last of Us Part 2, though, I love. Shifting, by the way, is what in Ireland we call just like it's like kissing. Yeah, and I said that because I felt like it would like that would be the most appropriate. Because here's the thing, why not just like admit that, say that? Because I would like throw him, like, if he's into that stuff, you're gonna freaking like instantly distract him. Hey, we were doing exactly what you thought we were doing, you know, and that might make him talk a little bit longer. Definitely a hot and steamy moment when you say, so warm and wet and wet and... Okay, now I don't want to go along with it. I bet you guys moved to conform with local and international censorship laws. Wait, for real, or is this a joke? For real, or is this a joke? That's a joke. All over it. Wait, what? How do I get to the log? Transcript. Definitely a hot and steamy moment when you say, so warm, wet, and warm, wet. I bet you guys something all over her. What? I bet you were all over her? I bet you were like... Okay, now I don't want to play along. We weren't doing anything. Not gonna talk, sure, I get it. Well, whatever, unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late night bat scenes. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation far away from X-rated exploits. Also, that's why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse? Bullseye! Or maybe it's because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway. Sounds like that's a bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went all the trouble to get me out, and now what do you want? Well, there's something I want to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or dude fella?
Actually...
But in the Bear Kingdom, there's no male or female. Actually there is.
What?
Seriously? Then what am I? My entire existence.
This is kind
That's
of
enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh, well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you
Listen, I'm sure it's a silly question. No way it's possible at all, but is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me? Yeah, it's a good question. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me. You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or ursine breeding tips. That's just crazy. All the pubescent teen boys as nutty as you? Yes, they are very nutty. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and a key and what? What was the second thing? It's blank, stupid, a secret. Fill it in yourself. Making me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than the few swear words, Monokuma stormed out. Phew. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine, right? I don't know. I went back to my room and laid down doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep. Here we go. It's time for Monokuma Theater. Wait, who's that in the video? Wait, what's that? I never noticed that in the video before. Who is that?
Company Limited.
Monokuma Theater brought to you by... Oh, okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what? Wait... They already broke the fourth wall once. I think they broke the fourth wall a few times at this point. But what's happening with this is super sized, super fashionable game and it's created by Spike Chunsoft? Then we gotta buy it now.
You guys have to recommend it to your friends too.
That was super strange. By the way, Spike Chunsoft also make one of my favorite games ever, Fire Pro Wrestling World. What did
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time
So we can
to rise and shine.
either I have to see that as like non-canon,
Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
and do I see it as non-canon? Is that what I should do? My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I woke up so I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. I need to get to the dining hall. Hopefully Kyoko's okay. Kyoko! Kyoko! I mean, it's kind of crazy all the people that we've lost so far. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Who the hell is this? Oh, it's that Jim Henson puppet. Man, I want to watch the Muppets today. I'm gonna do that. I got like 83 days off. I'm gonna watch whatever I want.
What?
You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain this? I was too busy looking at doors. Sorry, I'm not feeling great today.
What's your problem?
You really think a tired is excuse that's like that is gonna work? You know what? I really did stutter over my words there, but it's good that you actually did stutter too. So like it made it seem like I wasn't stuttering.
Huh?
Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission.
He's redeemed himself in my eyes. He's redeemed.
I just thought, I mean, since the day passed, it may be reset. Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign from my neck that says, "Bad girl." I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush. Oh my god. This is like always like the funniest thing ever. Like, and this happens all the time with like your friends too, where you're like you look at it, you're like, it's like you're like your best friend in the world, and it's like, oh, he's like the best, you know, he's the best guy, and then you meet him and it's like he doesn't even look cute, and then he's like, you know, like the worst person in the world, and you're like just wants what's best for your friend, and I just want what's best for Toko. If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Like, yeah, he looks like a Jim Henson creation. Thank you, I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. As long as it's it's no use, she's disgusting to the bone. I agree.
So,
And here's the thing, if you're into that stuff, cool, whatever. But like, I don't need to hear it all the time. I don't need to hear it. Anyway, where's Kyoko? I haven't seen her this morning.
Could it be?
Not cool. This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday and she's not going to show up anymore. I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is just keep quiet.
Very strange.
Whatever reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so...
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have her key, right? Yeah, you weirdo. Takami's such a weirdo wanting Kyoko's key.
What's this?
Are you looking for Miss Kirigiri? Okay, guys, let's get end the video here. No, I can't. What do you want now?
Hey!
I'm right? You're wondering where Miss Kirigiri is. Is right? Do you know where she is? Well, it's hard to say. You don't know either?
What?
It's because he doesn't know. That's why he's here, to try and prod us for information.
Hey, don't you hate it when when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they name some indie bullcrap?
Sometimes, Monokuma, sometimes. Not really, no. Anyone can like what they want. Who cares?
this is.
I feel like I'm getting
very
whiplashed the way he changes subjects like that. Thank goodness, it looks like Monokuma really didn't notice. So I guess our plan just went off fine last night. Which could mean... And like, I think if people were like saying to me like, oh, no one actually stands Monokuma. I've seen so many Monokuma stands. Like, and so many people that like actually like him and like tried to say that it wasn't his fault as well. I've seen quite a few people say that. And like usually in a video when I say something about like something, it's usually because I'm not lying. Like I'm not lying. Like if I saw someone say something, usually they said something. I don't lie, or at least I try not to. Sometimes, you know, a fib comes out in the middle of well, not really. I don't like, there's no reason to lie playing a Let's Play. That's the thing. You know, when Let's Players go, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, well, yeah, you shouldn't be. It's a Let's Play. You know? You get what I'm saying? I've seen Monokuma stands. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. So it worked out then, I guess. It worked out. Could she have been right about that?
Hey! So what's it right? You're looking for Miss Kirigiri? Any idea where she might have gone?
We have no idea. And if we did, we wouldn't tell you. For serious.
I see. Well, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers.
As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So what was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't even know where he is, as she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, how can he not know where she is?
Yeah, totally.
So strange. Kyoko must have just used that key to sneak into some unknown part of the school, but somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice. Where could it be? My heart. We spent the rest of breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. Oh, it's free time. Phew, breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. It's free time. It's free time. It's free time. Who's hanging out? No one's hanging out there. Is someone hanging out here? Hey, someone there. Hey, someone hanging out here. So, okay. I think Hina is someone we have to get to a star. Did we get to a star for Hina? I don't think we got to a star for Hina yet. Let's check it out here. So we have a star for Kyoko. Yeah, Hina is one we want to get a star for. I want to talk to Toko as well. And then maybe if they give us the time, we'll talk to Hiro as well. Wow. Wow. This is my favorite cat song. My cats love this song. Ow. I miss jutting around the corner and seeing characters every 2 seconds. Like now it's just like, it's so barren. I'm gonna buy a bunch of gifts. Because I can. Give it a shot. I'm sorry, we're like, I'm just doing this because I don't want to get repeats. I know people are gonna be like, it's easier to just do one at a time. Give me a lookie. I played a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not standing here doing one by one, guys. I can't. I just can't. I just can't. I'm lowering, and like at this point as well, the percentages doesn't matter as much, and the coins don't matter as much, and like, I'm actually getting some new items, which is cool. Let's just use all of our coins to get 63. Why not? Grand. Perfect. And also, you guys don't have to sit through me just doing this for a while. I love this place. I love little like knick-knack shops like this. And usually like when people are like, how do they stay open? It's usually like the knick-knack shops we have in town. Now you could have just something different. If you do have something different, please let me know. We have the knick-knack shops we have in town are like owned by like people who own the building. You know what I mean? People who own the actual building itself. And like don't have to pay rent for the building because they already own it. You know what I mean? So they never don't go out of business because they don't have rent. They have like maybe like it's usually an older dude who has like a pension as well. So it's never like this thing where it's like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna like. Wait, was she in here? I wonder if they're gonna like go out of business. It's like, well, they don't really need to like go into business if they don't need to. Who's in here? Oh, it's you guys. Sorry, I got it wrong. Actually, hold on a second. Now that we have Toko here and not Genocide Jill, let me get my list up of presents as well. Let me get my list up of presents. Hold on a second, the funny thing is, like I always I don't use this for weeks usually because like it's like we don't do free time all the time. But I'm gonna talk to Toko. If I can. When are we ever gonna get out of here? Not that I have much to look forward to if I did get out. Should I hang out with Toko for a while? Yeah.
What's your problem?
What's my problem? I'm trying to get up your list. Where's Toko? There it is. Yep. What, more pity? Aren't you such a good person showing me all this pity? I spent some time with Toko. Toko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Toko a present? Yes, definitely, for sure. What would you like to give her? She likes a few things. If we have those things, let's see. Everlasting bracelet, we don't have any more of these. So glasses, cherry blossom bouquet, antique doll. If we have something for her, I'm gonna feel oh, glasses, there we go. I can't forgive this. I'll never forgive her being this nice to me. Yeah, I want to learn more about this girl for sure. Seeing Toko so pleased with something like ever makes me happy. I thought Toko totally hated me. But it's not like she's going out of her way to avoid me. Still, we're actually not talking either. Hey, Toko?
What's your
What, do you have a
problem?
question? You have a question for your classmate? Is she happy? So I kind of asked before, but what do you like to do in your spare time? I just write. I'm serialized, so I'm always really busy. And when I'm not writing, I'm studying. I'm not an idiot like you. Ah, damn it. I had to go into my big mouth again. It's okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. We all make mistakes, and we all like say stuff that we didn't want to say. You must hate me for sure now, right? No, it didn't really bother me. But I can't believe you actually write novels. That people all over the world read them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is cool. So how do you get your ideas for what you write? Is it like real life experience or... Are you stupid? What? I told you I write romance novels. How could I use my real life experience for that? Well, yeah, I guess so. But like, I wasn't going to assume that you didn't have romance. It's all from my imagination. It's just delusions. Delusions let you fall in love as much as you want, even if you never do in real life. Or are you saying you can't write romance unless you already have lots of experience in love? You don't need to. You don't need experience in certain situations to write stuff. That's always like, it helps, but it doesn't mean you have to do it. No, not at all. It's okay, I'm used to people making fun of me. But someday I'll show them. I'll get pretty someday and I'll show them. You are not even nearly ugly, Toko. What the fuck? Why would she say that about herself? Does she actually think she's not attractive? Like I know, I just think even like girls you think are the prettiest girls do think that they're not very attractive. And this is not me saying, by the way, like this is gonna sound weird coming from this perspective, but I've known girls as well who like will post pictures of themselves online and just cover their face. And it's like the thing is it doesn't help, and it's not like productive to just be like, but you're like super pretty. It's like, well, there's something deep down that they look at themselves when they see themselves in the mirror and like have these unrealistic standards. And people say, well, boys have those standards too, 100%. But I feel like girls have been having those unrealistic standards pressed upon them since like the beginning of time, in a way, you know? It's way more excusable for a boy to just not like, be fully clean all the time and not like wash their face and not do their hair, and it is. Don't try and bullcrab me. Don't try and say, Calvin, boys have to do this too. They 100% do have to look good, and of course they have their own self-consciousness as well. I'm a boy, I know this, but at the same time, I didn't grow up with those same unrealistic standards that you would see on TV all the time. And I'm not blaming TV for people's unrealistic standards or internet or whatever like that, or like celebrities, because that's kind of weak. But there is some element to that why the people feel that way, This time I'm sure she hates me. But the truth is, Skill or be killed, what? Oh, cool. What I'll say this as well, though, is that if you do feel that way, just know that, like, when you look at the prettiest girl that you know on Instagram or on Visco or on TikTok, you're only seeing their absolute best moments. You're not seeing their worst moments. You can't compare your worst moments or the moments where you're feeling the worst to someone's picture on Instagram or Visco or their video on TikTok or their post on Twitter. Because generally on Instagram and on Visco especially, and TikTok, people tend to post like their best times, when they look the best, when they feel the best. Don't compare your life and the way you feel waking up at 8 a.m. or going to sleep at 2 a.m. to that, if you get what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. Your maximum skill points is increased. Thank you. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Wow. Wow, he did head back to his room for a little while. How'd he do that? I feel even worse than I did this morning. My body feels like lead, and now I'm getting chills. This is bad. I think I might be getting sick. Oh, it's the worst. But you have free time. Let's see. Let's go talk to... Is there anyone hanging around? They usually hang around here at nighttime, don't they? Let's check the dining hall for a second. Hina usually hangs around here. Oh, but Toko's here now. Okay. Let's talk to Toko. You know what? Actually, one second. No, I'm not planning on doing anything to you. Just in case Hina dies. Let's go find Hina. Let's max out her friendship. Where? Oh, she's in here. She's probably in the... Oh, she's in the laundry. Where we found Junko at that time. And that goes for the boys too. By the way, boys, like... I understand. I'm not trying to diminish your feelings either, because I know what that feels like to not feel like you look very good and to be compared to other boys as well. I'm in a school with a bunch of other male teachers where, you know, you're where whether you like it or not, you're constantly judged for your looks. A person's ability is measured by the power they display at the point at which the pressure is applied.
Yeah.
That's a quote from a famous baseball player, Kenji Jojima.
Yeah, totally.
I think what he means is that you only really see how strong a person is when they're under pressure. That's true. You only, like, when someone is under pressure or they're under a time crunch, you see how good they really are. Also, you see how good of a person someone is by how they treat you when you're acting like a fool. If you act more dumb and someone treats you like you're dumb, they tend to, you know, that person's not a very good person. If you act kind of dumb and that person tries to help you, then you know they're kind of a good person. I know it's a weird thing to test to say, but it's the truth. I wonder how strong I can really be. Should I talk to Hina for it? Of course. Of course. My favorite character currently. Let's go to the pool. Swim time. Okay. But don't stare, okay? Don't stare at what? I can look at the water if I want. It's pretty. I don't actually have a swimsuit, just a shirt. And when it gets wet, it's kind of embarrassing. Why? Because it's like cold and stuff, and like it's. I always hate wearing a shirt too, Hina. I understand. It's probably, you know why she probably doesn't like wearing like the shirt when it gets wet. It's probably because, you know, it clings to your clothes and it doesn't feel very good. That's probably why. Although I wasn't embarrassed before, but now I kind of am. I wonder how come. It's probably just because, like, you know, we're getting closer into the, you know, we've been here for so long. Is Calvin being serious with this stuff? Has he been serious? I went swimming with Hina, who seemed kind of embarrassed. Hina, I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? Of course. Hina, I have the same present for you I had last time. Do you want it? It's really nice. You'll like it. Where is it now? Where's my... There it is. I got 2 more of these. Yeah, I'll give you 5 if I have to. This is why I like you, Makoto. I mean, not like that kind of like. Seeing Hina so pleased with something I give her makes me happy. This sucks. What happened to her? She seems way more depressed than usual. Hey, Hina, what's wrong? Oh, well... I tried to convince myself I was imagining it, but I totally wasn't imagining it. Imagining what?
I'm sick of this.
Oh no. I figured. I'm so fat from every angle. This is not something to joke about. I don't think the music is appropriate for something like this, to be honest. I hate this. I hate it. I may as well just accept it and embrace my new big fat fatty attitude. Oh, come on. Please, Hina. What if I just getting fatter and fatter and it never stops?
I'm sick of
I just get disgustingly morbidly obese and then nobody wants to marry me. Would like to talk about this very quickly to you guys after this. I'll let her speak first because I don't want to interrupt Hina either. Which makes me depressed and I can get even fatter. Eventually I can't even stand up on my own. And then I die, sad and alone. Nobody notices. I finally lose weight and when my body starts to rot. I think maybe you're worrying a little bit too much. No, the thing is, like, I don't think that's the appropriate thing to say either. This is a real worry that not only like girls or boys have, but a lot of people have had through life. I had it through my life as well. Like, really, I did. Besides, as far as I can tell, you look exactly the same. Don't. It's really complicated. Don't comment on someone's looks ever, unless you're saying they look good. One of the best things you can do for someone like this is make them feel good without commenting on the weight aspect of everything. Be like, oh, your hair's really nice today. Oh, I love that outfit. Oh my god, your makeup looks really great. Your eyeshadow looks fantastic. Something to pick them up so they can start feeling confident in other aspects as well. So they know that people don't just value their weight. Not just, oh, hey, you look skinny. That's the worst thing you could say to someone. Oh, you look skinnier than you did before. That's another bad thing you can say to someone because then they think they look bad before. You're saying that having a little bit of weight is bad. Complimenting someone for being skinny is not usually the greatest thing in the world. Now, of course, there's people who work out and like try to make themselves like healthier and stuff, I guess, which is another thing, different thing altogether. But always try to like compliment aspects that don't revolve around people's weight. It usually helps them out a lot, and you don't know what people are going through behind the scenes either. So usually it's like, hey, your hair looks nice, your makeup looks nice, your clothes are really nice. Oh my god, is that a new dress? Oh, that was something you said was really smart. Oh my god, your eyes are so pretty today. Oh, the way you wear your hair is really nice. Stuff like that really helps.
What the heck?
You're just saying that I'm a total chub monster. I'm a perfect circle. Like, first of all, like, again, like, it's horrible that anyone would feel this way. It's so horrible. This is, like, really horrific. And, like, again, like I said, I'm not going to talk about it. I went through stuff like this when I was a teenager, and it's not nice at all. I'm not just saying that. Then I'm still hot. So hot, Hina. The thing is, it's not about that. Like, you're a great person, and, like, you're awesome in every other way as well. You don't stop focusing on your weight. Eat as much donuts as you freaking want. Well, I mean, yeah. Really, then I might still make it out alive. Also, by the way, don't use me as like as a beacon. If you feel like you need help, please do get help. Please do, because it's out there. Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll make it out alive. Thank God, seriously, thank God. This is like the music doesn't match it for me because this is a really big deal to me. Like the fact that he feels this way is really horrible.
Okay.
But I can't relax now. I'm making an official statement as of right now. AO Hina is on a diet. You don't need no. In fact, let's go to the dining room and let's eat whatever the frick we want. Let's not worry about that. Let's chat. Let's have a chat about how good a donut is. Let's rip the calories off the back of a box. Who cares? A diet?
You got it.
Just you watch. I'm gonna get so thin I'll scare the crap out of you. It does, like, the thing is, what I care about is you. I do not care about your weight. I do not care about like how you look in that way. You're a Hina. You are kind. You're honest and open. You have a beautiful soul. You make everyone around you happy. You have great hair. It's a bit disproportionate to your body. And look, you have a great smile as well. You know, and you're always out to help everyone else. So, like, who cares about, like, oh, I'm going to be thin. I'm going to be big. Well, don't overdo it, okay? No, don't. That's not the way to say it.
Okay.
Don't try and stop me. I made up my mind and my willpower is rock hard. And my resolve is even more rock hard.
You got it.
Before all that, time to get stuffed on donuts. Do it. Go for it. And before she... Well, that can actually be really bad as well. Hina took off like a bat out of hell. I'm not sure if dining is really in Hina's skill set. Yeah, I don't know. That's not pleasant for me. Anyway, like to hear. Just doesn't work. I hope she's gonna be okay. Again, like I said, don't comment on people's weight. It's just the easiest thing you can do. Obviously, like, someone's gonna be like, Calvin, people when they get really big can be unhealthy. We know this, but like, again, this is not anything to do with this situation. Once we're all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. A bit of a weird cut there. I actually closed the game by accident. By accident, I mean I just literally clicked on another game, and for some reason it didn't give me like the option to like will you close this other game? It just was like, okay, yeah, go into that game, and I closed it. So I had to like redo all the stuff I did. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body reached its limit. That can happen sometimes. I hope you're okay. I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. Are we gonna have to do Monokuma Theater again? I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my consciousness went dim. I weave back and forth between sleep and wakefulness, which is all to say, oh my god, yeah, he's sick. I was restless. That happens when you're sick. Like, have any of you guys ever had like the flu and then like you're like awake and it's like you're like awake at certain times and asleep at certain times and you feel like you fell asleep for 10 hours and it's only been 10 minutes? Like, that happens. At some point I find myself wandering through a strange dream. And within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice, it's so familiar. It's
Understand.
It's me.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What? What are you saying? What am I trying to say?
This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay.
Makoto.
I have to stay here.
Let's be reasonable. What is he even saying? Oh, he's very sick.
My dream just now. What?
This game just gets so intriguing as time goes on. I feel like this game is kind of advertised sometimes as just like a weird little quirky game There's such a great story to this. There's such a great story to this.
So
And it's very
strange.
interesting.
Huh?
We might be in big trouble. I was sorry, I was stunned to silence there for a second, like. And he has there a knife. Was it just a dream? Or was it a fever? Please say this isn't a dream. And it's the knife we took as well, which means I can I don't think that was real.
Kyoko? What did you say?
Yeah, his fever is high. That's like a virus he has or something. But of course we were constantly thinking about getting attacked by that person again. Of course he would be. I'm Monokuma Theater right now? Now's not the time. Every day is people, every day is joyful, happy. It's not the time. Like I want to know what's happened. From the time you wake up, from the time you go to sleep, wishing only for those unchanging, unending, happy days, days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as I can see, life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.
These are like, I think the Monokuma Theater stuff are my least favorite parts, but not because they're bad, just because like I love just exploring and I love the trials. At least there's a ding bong.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beep.
I forget sometimes you can skip that. You feeling better at least? It took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. I let out a deep sigh to bring myself up to the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable lethargy, they had all disappeared in the night. And that was left was me, drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either, it was also the dream I'd had. Yeah, that dream is pretty... See, the thing is about, like... Was Kyoko standing there? Was she watching over us? I feel like these are all big questions. What the hell was that? I mean, was it even really a dream? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab onto the fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's what I remember last night. I came down with a fever and I couldn't quite get to sleep. And I heard a voice I didn't really understand. And then... That freaking masked... I want to take a good look at this if they'll show me again. All of a sudden I was awake. It's like a lab coat? And a mask. And they were holding a knife, yeah. It's like a luchador mask, almost. But it has the Monokuma symbol on it, right? On the top, the red eye thing, right? Or is that something I'm just thinking of completely differently? I want to say I fought them off, but I don't actually remember. Yeah, you didn't. I felt like my mind had been detached from my body, burning up with a fever. I was somewhere far away, watching my body move on its own. And because of that, I don't remember what really happened. But still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black. The next thing I remember... Kyoko was there. But what would she have been doing in my room? What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How can I possibly find out either way? I mean... This game just gets... I don't want to say crazy, because I feel like there's like logic hidden in between every single part of the craziness. So I don't want to say completely crazy. But holy hell. Holy hell. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We're going to hopefully find out what's going on. Well, we won't find out what's going on, won't we not? It's Danganronpa. But thank you so much for supporting the videos. Thank you so much for every bit of support you give me. I absolutely adore you guys. Absolutely adore what we're doing here on the channel. And I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.